So maybe I was a bad kid. Have you ever looked back on your life and thought, oh shit, maybe I really was a bad kid? Today I'm gonna talk to you about the moment when I realized that I wasn't just misunderstood, I was in fact trouble and causing lots of trouble. Let's be real. I was a kid in everything. I was in drama, I was in dance, I was in theater, I was in sports. I could literally do whatever I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. My mom had me booked and busy, and I loved it. There was nothing that I wasn't allowed to do. I had a kid's dream of activities. However, when I was crossed or felt slighted or felt anything, I was also one to let it be known that I was crossed. Now, mind you, I'm the adult now, so somehow the universe has decided to give me a taste of my own medicine. And now I'm the adult in this situation. So one, I just want to let everyone know that I wholeheartedly believe that those adults put some sort of course on me and was like, we're gonna give her a taste of her own medicine. However, I got a beautiful bonus daughter. Don't get me wrong. My bonus daughter is amazing. She is smart, she is funny, she is tenacious, she has wit, she's amazing. And 10% of the time, she's emotional just like her bonus mother. Yes, full of the biggest emotions you can. Here's the thing. I don't believe in bad kids. I don't even think I was a bad kid. I don't believe that there are truly bad kids. I think that kids have 18 years to figure out who they are, to learn, how to process emotions. And let's be real, some kids struggle and some kids don't. Just like some adults are still struggling with the emotions that they didn't quite master when they were a kid. As an educational psychology major, I oftentimes look back and look to kids now and I'm like, wow, are we really nurturing them the right way, or are we kind of messing them up a little bit? So in this process, I kind of came up with 3 things to really help me out. And I need y'all to understand I'm not perfect. I don't get it right every single day, but I'm trying because I am healing the kid I used to be while still trying to nurture this kid. So I get it right 50, 75, 90, however many percentage of the time. And some can argue at 13, at 16, you have some words, yes, but if I haven't learned how to process and use those words appropriately at a younger age, it can be hard even now. I have adult friends and I know adults now that struggle to articulate their emotions. And you see it looks different. It might look like them crashing out or them, verbally saying like, I can't even talk to you right now. I can't handle this, or struggling with their emotions. So a lot of times these behaviors aren't because they're bad kids, but it's because they're trying to process something that some of us can't even process. But I do have 3 tips that I am using to, 1, heal the child in me, but then 2, to still nourish and grow this child that I am fortunate enough to be a part of and to support in raising. So the first one is slowing down. I am a recovering emotional person. So this is not perfect. And some days I get it just right, and some days I too continue to struggle with my own big emotions. But I've learned that slowing down truly helps. And what I mean by that is when I feel myself having that visceral response, so my palms are sweaty, I'm anxious, I'm word vomiting, right? Then I stop. I remove myself, I slow down, I take a deep breath. I take the time to process what I'm feeling before I respond, because my goal isn't to go bar for bar and match in energy with this younger person. My goal is to nourish them and show them what healthy processing of big emotions can look like. So it does require for me to step away and to slow down and then come back to the scenario. The second one is creating moments. I love this one because this one is super intentional. It is about finding that balance between, my bonus mom is always mad at me. My bonus mom is always feeling some type of way. And really it being more like, we're having a moment right now, but it can pass. And I also have happy moments with my bonus mom where we go out for ice cream. She brought me something, or we sat around and watched a movie, or we laughed at this moment. And this doesn't need to be expensive. I'm not buying her love or affection, but this is more so about, I want to make sure that when you look back on your childhood, you also have some happy moments with me. And it wasn't just all us battling emotion for emotions. I don't want that to be her childhood. It's not a fun childhood. So being intentional as the adult and really checking how many times I'm saying no, 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 and offering like, okay, that's a cool idea. Let's see if we can fit that in the schedule. Or hey, let's go get some ice cream, or let's go shopping, or let's go do this, or you can be a part of this moment too. And finally, number 3. My most controversial, but I think it's important to mention, explaining my perspective. Not in the emotional moment, not at the heat of the moment, but more so on the back end. My bonus daughter and all children have an inner voice. And right now it's real small, but it's there. My goal is to give her wisdom. And what I mean by that is I want that when her inner voice is going off and it's not being rational, it's just yapping, I want her to be like, you know what? I've been in a situation like this before, and there was another perspective that I wasn't taking into consideration. Before I respond emotionally, I want to be able to kind of go back and say, hey, what's your side of the story? Let me check my emotions. Now, this isn't something that I want her and her young self to master, but I want to make sure that I'm consistently giving her a new perspective so that when it is time for her to master, or when it is time for her to make a decision on how she wants to respond, she's responding with wisdom. She's responding after she's played all the cards and she's like, nope, you're getting this response from me. I'm still learning and growing and healing my inner child while I'm raising other children. Most adults are in that same boat. There's something that happened in your past that you're working on. How are you navigating it? Drop it in the comments, in the chat below, your experiences. I would love to hear them. See you next time.